I am at Little Prince of Oregon with Ryan, and Ryan, we really enjoy having the Plant of the Week every other week from you guys. It's always fun to talk about.
It's been fun just kind of going through the greenhouses every week or two, trying to figure out, okay, what's next, what looks good. And so we've had a good time just picking out something new and fun every couple weeks.
And you have another fun thing going on. You actually have a blog, and usually blogs are retail nurseries or something like that, but a grower's perspective is really interesting.
Yeah, so we're trying to connect with the homeowner and the end user and figuring out what they like. We've worked with the garden centers for years, and we still sell them directly to them, but we always like to hear the feedback, and sometimes it doesn't make it from the homeowner all the way back to us. So we figure it's a good way to kind of reach out to them and see what they think about stuff too.
Yeah. And the one that I just read just last week was about containers. And going to a garden center, independent garden center, and seeing your collection, it's really, you've made it easy to make containers.
We do. I mean, we try to, we've branded our product lines to come up with different categories for different brands. So we do a whole line that's called Made in the Shade. So these are all typically shade plants. We color coordinate the background on the tags to give consumers a quick idea. When it's all laid out on the garden center bench, they can look at it, see the name, oh, this must be a plant for shade.
Easy.
Very, very easy. We also do one that's a whole line that's called Bladed Glory, which is all ornamental grasses. We do climbing or trailing plants called cliffhangers. And so each line is, we try to tailor it to make it easy for the homeowner and the consumer when they're in the garden center to look at, okay, this must be a plant that spills over the edges of rockeries or containers, or this must be a grass, or this must be, a foot traffic perennial, something that they can walk on.
So when you're doing a container, you want that focal point, so you want that fit for a king, something very, unique in the center, and then the cliffhangers going on the edge, and then some interesting things for the middle ground.
Yeah, we always like, everybody's heard, the filler, spiller, and thriller kind of thing. So, our fit for a king line is exactly that. It's kind of the rare, unusual, something different. It could be an agave, or it could be, a flowering kind of thing that would give you that kind of that real pop in the center, like these guys in here. And then you kind of move down to kind of more of your filler that kind of fills in those gaps in the middle, and then you get into your cliffhangers and some of your foot traffic. Even standard garden, ground cover things work great on the edges.
Yes.
Creeping thymes and some like your county park creepers and things like that will spill over the edge of a container. So it's not just has to be in stepping stones.
Ryan, you've selected a group of plants here, and so we're going to show everyone how easy it is to kind of get a group of Little Prince plants and plant a container.
So we've chosen, all of these are from our Water Miser line, and all of them being drought tolerant, low water needs. So as you're picking out your plants, you want to think about your different conditions and areas that you're planting in. You don't necessarily want to mix in your hostas that like it a little more shady and wet in with your succulents that like it hotter and dry. So all of these lines in here, we pulled one of the Fit for a King out to give you that kind of that focal point that, the middle of the thriller to be in the middle of the pot. And then we're mixing in, the different kind of, some of the spilling kind of plants, so some of the trailing water misers we have, and then some of the fillers would be in the center. So some of the different sedums and succulents, which is the whole collection of what this is.
And so Ryan, this is all just texture and kind of all succulents. Could I put some annuals in here too?
You definitely could mix in annuals with any of your container planting that have the perennials in them. All of this will give you some color pretty much year round on majority of these. But you can definitely, if you want a little pop of color, you can stash that in there just to give it a little pop and give you some of the summer blooms for the rest of the summer.
So Ryan, you told us that these were all the Water Miser plants, so what kind of care do we give it?
So Water Misers are ones, they're great for the sunshine, the all-day sunshine. They're low water needs, so they're the drought-tolerant plants. So they're the ones that work great in containers. If you're going to be gone for a few days and don't want to water, rely on the neighbor kid to have to take care of it or water it, and that really hot, beating down sun on the ground.
Oh, that'll make it really easy this summer. Well, you can go to any independent garden center and check out the Little Prince plants and make sure that you pay attention to their tags, because they've really had so much information there that you can find all the plants for containers for your garden. If you have any other questions, go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website and their blog so you can see what's going on at Little Prince. Well, thanks so much for everything.
Great. Thanks for having us, Judy.